What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Drinking and Cooking, a show where we drink BS and have a good time cooking. I'm back where we're going to do something really simple. First off, and there'll be more videos later. I'm going to be quartering a chicken, if you can see that there, right there. So not too bad, not too bad. But first, let's see what we got to drink. I need one after today. It's been a long day. Oh, yes, I do have some beer. Because if you remember my last video, I didn't have beer. My God, I got beer now. Cheers. I need that. So, let's do what we normally do. I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to make sure I've got sound because sometimes I have sound issues and got to make sure everything's going good. Yep, you're going to have a loop for just a second and then it'll cut off. All right, cool. Whatever. Duh. All right, here we go. Down to the chicken. So, you have your standard chicken, full size, right here. I'm going to be using my chef's knife. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it real quick. All right. All right, so we're going to make our first cut right here along the thigh and the drum line. So if you make your cut, you should see the skin start to peel back a little bit, and you're going to see that the thigh actually tucks back a little bit more into the gap right here. And we're just going to keep moving that back. And what you want to do is you want to feel down in here, and you're going to feel a knuckle or the hip joint. And the hip joint's right over here. And you can kind of see that little white notch right there is the joint. So we're going to come in here. We're going to find that joint. All right, right there. And we're going to slice back. Okay. And I just made right through that joint, straight down. And all I did was cut right through the tendons. And then I'm going to cut back on the skin over here. And then, bam. Just like that. Thigh, or leg quarter is what that was. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to do the same. I'm going to find that knuckle right in here. Right there in that joint. And you just straight through every time, guys. I'm not having to cut. I'm not having to chop. I'm not having to slam down. Chicken leg. Thigh. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my pots ready because this is all going directly into a pot. Because I'm going to be making a stock and chicken noodles or chicken dumplings here in a minute. Now, you're going to come up here to the wing. Same thing. You're going to feel that knuckle right back up in here in the wing. You're going to get your fingers out of the way, make a small incision going down and around until you expose that knuckle. Now, once you expose that knuckle, you can, right there, okay, there it is. Find it up and around, and you should be able just to pop it out of socket right there. And then all I do is come in and I trim around, trim down, Bam. Wing. Same thing down here. Now, you can separate this if you want little drumsticks and, you know, your flat and your drum right here, but I'm good with that. The only thing I detach is the little right here. Those, just find the knuckles, come right off. I don't see the point of these. There's no meat, no nothing on there really except skin. So I'll keep the flat and the drum right here. So that's good. But I'm not going to separate those unless you really want to separate your chicken. So we come over here to the other side, same thing. Make a small incision right there. Follow it back up into the chest cavity area. And all you got to do is follow that hip joint, which should be right there. All right. There we go. Bam. Chicken quarter. Just like that. Okay. Now, come back over here. We're going to find that knuckle again. Right through. Drum and thigh. Put those straight in. And the same thing up here with your wing. We're going to come up here, make an incision. We're going to find that joint. And all we're going to do is just kind of pop it out, cut around the tendon. And then cut down. Perfectly good thing here. All right, and all I do, as I told you, I cut off these little things right here. Hold on just a minute, guys. I'm getting a phone call. Hey, what you doing? Well, I figured you're either driving or asleep. All right. Let me call you back here in just a minute. I'm in the middle of the video tutorial of ordering a chicken. All right. Bye. All righty, I'm back. Sorry. Quick little phone call. All right, back to it. All right, like I said, you have your flat and your drum here. You find that knuckle. Get right in there and straight down. I separated this one so you all could see. There's your flat. There's your drum. Really, really, really easy. Now, the part people have a little trouble with, and I'm going to get to that here in just a second. What you see I'm doing with the carcass is I'm getting what I call the flaps on the side. A lot of people leave these off. I'm going for as much flavor right now as possible. So I'm trying to get these. Plus, there's a little bit of meat on there, not just fat. So I'm going to be using these. And as you see, I'm almost completely done with the carcass here. And then there's some areas on the back known as the oysters. I will show you those real quick. Along the back, there is some meat. Depending on how much you want to dig at it. But there is. Let's see if I can find them. They normally come out when you cook, but here they are. But they're just little pockets of meat. And they come right out. But literally, they're just little nuggets. They're called oysters on the chicken. There's one side. Come over to the other. Find it. Cut it back. And then I'll come in here and I'll try to take as much meat and extra skin off as I can, because I'm trying to get as much flavor for this stock as possible. Okay. Now, you all don't have to do this. This ain't actually part of the quartering process. I'm just getting extra bits of meat that a lot of people leave. The last part of the quartering process will be the breast, and we're fixing to get to that right now. As soon as I get this off, get this out. All right. There's the acid. All right. Let's get to the breast. All right. So we have our chicken breast right here. Now you're going to feel right here in the center that it's separated by a piece of cartilage, the breastbone actually. And what we're going to do is we're going to make an incision lengthways straight down. Okay. Depending on what side of the bone that falls on, that's the side we're going to follow. All right, so it fell to the right. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm letting the knife just follow the rib cage. I'm literally just peeling this back. Okay. Now, like I said, I can get a pretty decent sized breast out of that. Okay, now on the underneath is what we like to call, that's where your chicken tender is. And that peels off right from the underside of the breast, just like that. That is your tender. This is your actual breast. Now I got just a little bit of bone in here because of up top. I think there might have been some broken bone, so I'm going to cut that out real quick. Okay. Throw that over there. Any more? Got some cartilage. Just feel over, make sure you don't have any bone protruding or any extra cartilage like that, but full chicken breast. That easy. Okay. Just toss that in there along with the tender. Then we come back to our other side. Just feel along downside it. Start the incision. Once you have that cartilage found, just make your incision and let the chicken just fall away. All right. All right, there's that. And once again, guys, look, this is the separation of the tender. the tender just pulls away. And then check the top for bone or cartilage. And then another breast. And then I know it's not pretty, but this is pretty much what you're left with. That is pretty much a quartered out chicken. A little bit of the neck. But that's a carcass, and I'm not making a lot of chicken stock, so I don't need chicken bones. So that's going in the trash. Let me wash my hands. All right. Wow. All right. We're back, guys. Check that out. Cool. See? So that's very simple on how to debone a chicken. Or not debone, basically quarter. Deboning's a whole nother ball game, and if I'm brave enough one time, I'll show you how to debone a chicken, and it is a pain in the freaking butt. So I'm going to get my cutting board washed off. Now, this is just one of the videos. I'm going to be doing a couple of more here in just a minute. So stay tuned. And I will remember to get those up here in just a minute. And remember, guys, if you like what I do, don't forget to hit that little bell icon. Click subscribe. That'll let you know when I'm doing any videos. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have anything you want me to cook, put it in the comment section below. And remember, guys, if you're hungry, cook that shit. It's another episode of Drinking and Cooking. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I am not sponsored by anything on this channel. My phone's going to be doing this all day. So I'll be right back with another one. Stay tuned.